Bellringer 30, it says, use the equation below to complete parts A, B. As soon as I read the sentence, use the equation, I'm gonna copy it down. So I'm gonna just take the equation, y equals negative 20x minus 100, and copy it down. Because as soon as it says use the equation, that means I need it. That was mine, sorry. I forgot to turn it off. What is x when y equals 200? So what letter, which variable am I going to erase? So I'm going to erase the y, and what am I going to substitute in its place?
200.
Find the equal sign and dot it. Now, is my variable isolated? No. So am I going to just do the order of operations or solve the equation skills? Solve the equation skills. Because we need to isolate this variable, so I need to get rid of my constant term. How am I going to get rid of it? How am I going to get rid of this 100?
So multiply.
Do I need to combine or get rid of or tear off? Get rid of. How do I get rid of something? Opposite. So I need to get rid of this 100, so I'm going to do the opposite. In front of that is a negative, so the opposite of that is 100. Since these are opposites, I'm going to match this up on the left side with its like term. Circle my like term. What am I going to do to my like terms? Combine them. So if I combine positive 200 and positive 100, I get
300.
If I combine negative 100 and combine it with positive 100, I get
0.
So I'm going to just bring down that negative 20x. Now, my variable's still not isolated, so do I need to get rid of the negative 20 or do I need to tear it off of the x? Tear it off. How am I going to tear it off? So I'm going to divide everything by what? Negative 20. Thank you. Because remember, we got to not only tear that 20 off of the x, we have to tear that negative off with it. And a negative 20 divided by negative 20 is? 1. Positive 1. So I just left with my x, my equal sign, and then positive 300 divided by negative 20 is?
Negative 15.
So we're done, but I'm going to always add a little bit more. I want you to write your answers as an ordered pair to practice that. So which one am I going to write first, the x or the y?
Y.
Which one comes first? X. You always write them x, y, just like in the alphabet. So I'm going to write down negative 15, comma, 200. This is always the x, that is always the y. Always. Always. Now when we're finding the slope, the y's go on top and the x's go on bottom, but when you're writing an ordered pair, just in alphabetical order. X, Y, Z. X, Y. Okay, so use the equation. So I'm going to write my equation again. Y equals negative 20x minus 100. So it says, what is y when x equals 10? So which variable am I going to erase?
X.
So I'm going to erase my x and replace it with what? What number? Okay. Make sure you put it in parentheses, otherwise that's going to look like negative 2010. So we need to put it inside of parentheses to show that we're supposed to be multiplying it. Find the equal sign and dot it. Now, is my variable isolated? Is my variable all by itself?
Yes.
Since my variable is isolated all by itself, we're just going to do order of operations. So would I subtract or multiply first? Multiply. So I'm going to bring down my y, multiply writing down mine, and then I'm gonna subtract. So, when x is 10, y equals negative 300. To practice writing those ordered pairs, we're gonna take our answer and what was given to us and write an ordered pair. What am I gonna write down first, the y or the x? X. So I'm gonna put down 10, the number that they gave me, and then I'm gonna write down my answer. Because when x is 10, y is going to be negative 300. So if this was on a coordinate grid, we would go over here to 10 and go down to negative 300, and then there would be a point there. Go ahead.